Well, before our interview, you told me that you actually take Dr. Sebi's products.
Some.
I'm not a big fan of Dr. Sebi. I was saying that.
Well,
for a
he's
while.
dead, so they're really not his products. This is his son.
Right. Yeah, Nick is working on the Dr. Sebi documentary.
I know.
As was Nipsey.
I know that too.
And I actually talked, my man Carl Jones, who was the, was partnered on, did a lot of the animation and voices on the Boondocks. Him and Dr. Sebi were actually really close. And he kind of like, me and him had a long conversation about it. He kind of just broke down like, look, the thing about Dr. Sebi is a lot of his products are just food, essentially. They're not drugs. They're not like miracle ointments or whatever else. I think that a lot of times he had a bad name because he, claimed that you can cure cancer and AIDS and that type of thing.
Well, I think that his son Abdul has documentation on that he has indeed done that. And I think that Sebi went to court behind some of that, and it was proven that he did do that.
No, not exactly. I actually looked all that up.
Okay.
Yeah. The whole thing of he brought all these people, to testify like that. That's just not true. We actually looked at the court transcripts. He was sued for essentially claiming to be a doctor when he wasn't a medical doctor, when he didn't have a degree. And ultimately, I think he just proved that what he was prescribing was just food and it wasn't actually medicine. And the case was dismissed. If people believe, I understand the power of your mind healing your body.
Yeah.
I get it. I went through really bad stomach issues, in my mid-20s. I lost a ton of weight. And at the end of all that, I realized it was all in my head. And I gained all my weight back and I became healthy again. So I get it. I guess just the whole curing of AIDS and stuff like that. If this guy really could have cured AIDS, it would revolutionize everything.
Well, they would have killed him and took his recipe.
But they still would have used the recipe afterwards.
Maybe, unless having AIDS and having cancer is more profitable than curing it, because all they do now is treat it.
This is true.
I don't think they're really trying to cure it.
But you mean to tell me that with all the scientists around the world who would love to be known as the scientists who cured AIDS?
Well, I think maybe a couple of people probably have said it, and I think they might have got shut down. Because like you said, out of all the people that's out there and all the donations for cancer research and all the donations to the cancer center and Cedars-Sinai and this, that, do you think that by now they wouldn't? I've been alive for 30-something years now, and you mean to tell me they haven't found one? That's so mysterious.
Well, I think cancer is a tough thing to actually cure.
Yeah, well, but it's not so tough to perpetuate the medicine and the treatments that go along with that make everybody so much money.
I understand that, but there's so many competing companies and so forth. You don't think that one company that creates a cure would gladly release that so their competitor can no longer sell the treatment?
I don't know, because I don't know what to believe anymore.
There's not one monolithic company. If there was just one drug company, period, in the world, I would agree with you. Yes, this one drug company does not want a cure because they're the only drug company and they're making all the money. But there's literally thousands and thousands of drug companies all trying to compete with each other.
Sure.
Who would love to say, hey, listen, you don't need to take this Pfizer pill anymore. Just go with our pill.
Mm-hmm.
And,
But I don't know what to believe anymore about anything.
I know. It's tough.
It's
one of those things. And of course, you complicate it with things like the Tuskegee experiments.
Yes.
And so black people feel like, well, they've already experimented on us and they've already done a bunch of fuck shit. So we don't really trust anything.
We don't trust the vaccine. We don't trust the corona test itself. People feel like if you ain't got it, they're gonna put it up in you.
Give it to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I took the corona antibody test and it ended up being negative, meaning that I've never had it.
Yes. I wouldn't be in here if you had.
Right. Although I'm doing a D.L. Hughley interview next week, and he's had it.
I was with him last week too.
Yeah.
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 We was masked the fuck up though.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet that was a scary video. When I saw him passing out, that was frightening. I called him right away.
Yeah, I mean, I did too. Of course, I just got in his ass about, hey, we calling you out of concern. You can't send back an emoji or something to say, hey, thank you. But not only did he have it and was asymptomatic, but then he infected everybody at his radio station as well, except for his daughter who had on a mask. But his son got it, and his co-host got it, and technician got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I knew Fred the Godson, who died from it.
Yeah.
He died. I have pictures with him. I've interviews with him. We knew, if we would run into each other, we would catch up for a minute. Like, I know one person who died. I know a lot of people have had it now, but I know one person who's actually died. This stuff is not a joke. I have been perfect, but I think I've been better than most people. I've been masked up. I've not been going out.
Thought you were going to say masturbating. It's like, does that work? Because
yeah,
I ought to be good.
I mean, it's still out here. Here we are. California has surpassed New York in the number of cases. The U.S. is doing an absolute horrible job compared to most other countries. Trump has been leading, this whole crusade against it. He just recently said the masks are okay.
He just recently put one on his damn self.
I know, right? It's just a mess, and
but personally,
I just feel
wish
like
he would leave his off.
Yeah, I feel you.
Go back to
I feel you. Hopefully, in our next interview, there's either been a cure or a treatment, or it's all gone, because 2020 has been rough.
This year is literally over.
Yeah.
And, it has shut down the athletics, it's shut down the entertainment industry, it's shut down. I feel terrible for the small businesses and little delis and things. What about people who opened their business in March and had to shut it down in March?
Yeah, there was actually a suicide. There's this kind of somewhat famous restaurateur who just opened her restaurant like right before COVID, ended up killing her husband and then killing herself.
God damn.
Which is probably due to this restaurant opening. Yeah.
Murder-suicide?
Murder-suicide.
Well, white folks do not handle being broke well.
I think she was Indian.
Oh, they definitely can't handle being broke. And if you're not going to be broke, I will kill myself first. And you're going to.
We'll be rich in heaven. Luenell, always a pleasure and an honor. We got more interviews that you'll be doing for Vlad TV in the future. We're not going to announce them yet because they're still in the works.
That's right.
But always a pleasure to have you here, and thank you for the great interviews that you've been bringing to the platform as well.
Listen, I thank you too. People like, why you fuck with that Vlad? Why you fuck with Vlad? Like, Vlad fucks with me. Shit, I'm interested in anybody that's interested in what I got to say.
There you go.
Until
next time.
Till next time, bro.
Peace.